Welcome to Washington Sports Network's The Zone on Fox 11. Yeah, that's right. We're back another week of high school sports action for you. Sit back and relax. We got a lot for you tonight. We got the end of the football season, and then we got the start of the basketball season. So one ends and another begins. Let's begin over at Tacoma with the results of the state football championships in all classifications.
In 1B football action, Liberty Christian takes home the title against Nia Bay, 34-28. John Lesser, game-winning touchdown run. Liberty Christian undefeated, 14-0, and a title. Lind Ritzville, the Broncos, 2B state football championship. That's right, they took it 21-19 over Morton White Pass. Royal leading at halftime versus Montesano, but they will fall. That's right, they get second place. Montesano with the victory in the 1A. In the 2A state football title game, Linden just getting it done, just putting a whooping on Tumwater, 41-7 over in the Tacoma Dome. And then the big matchup there, the 3A, could anybody knock them off? The answer was no. Bellevue, 35-3 over Eastside Catholic, the 5th state championship title in a row for Bellevue. Coach Butch Gontroff with his 10th overall state title. Can anybody beat these Wolverines? In the 4A, a team that thinks they could beat the Wolverines if they were given a chance, the Skyline Spartans, big winners, 49-24 over Bellman Prep. They take home the 4A hardware. So here's a look at all your champions of the 2012 football season. Congratulations on an excellent year. Some great football between those teams. Interesting note, Bellevue said they would take on Skyline any place, anywhere. We won't be able to see that matchup, not going to take place, but great year. Congratulations to all the teams involved.
There you go, all the champions, all those guys with the rings for state football. Let's finish off football by taking one last look back at some of the best moments of the 2012 football season.
Prosser going for it. Inside bubble screen. Now they're going to pitch it backwards. A great play there. Bubba Frank into the end zone. First blood Mustangs. Robertson under pressure gets out of it. He's going to heave it down the field. Parents put in bounds. It's a catch. Wow. Salmarone's going to roll out. He's going to keep the football. Now cut back the other way. Eduardo Salmarone almost slips away. He's going to stay up.
He's still
Eduardo
up.
Salmarone, he stays up. Salmarone across the 50. He doesn't even
Are you
touch
kidding
the
me?
ground on the tackle, and he will go all the way. A 95-yard touchdown run for Eduardo Salmarone. Robertson, nobody in the backfield, a low snap. He's going to pick it up and just knocked on the ground, and his helmet comes off. And now he's got to come off the field. Corey Miller.
Ooh,
Huge hit.
That's a hit. That's WSM Plays of the Week right there.
That deserves a Jerry whoa. Handoff going to Devin
Nice cut
Ramos.
there.
Excellent cut, a stiff arm, and he'll stay in bounds and on his feet.
Are you kidding
Devin
me?
Ramos
Are you kidding me?
can go. Ramos
Forget
in the
about
end
it.
zone.
Forget about it.
Robertson dropping back, firing deep. He's got Javon Williams.
Oh my
Touchdown,
gosh!
Kamayakin.
Oh my goodness!
Back is Zamora, chased down, throw.
Oh,
Intercepted.
wow.
Johnny Jansen, he's going to run it to the house. Johnny Jansen coming up huge. Thornton, there it is, play action. They're going to throw to Christian Penny, intercepted. That one's going to be picked off by number 5.
Pick 6.
Maisie at the 50, at the 40, 30, 20, 10. Nobody's going to get him. And a pick 6, no flags on the play. First blood Suns. Wow. Oh, Pasco had done that.
Yeah.
A couple years ago. This ball is going to be handed off up the middle, going to number 32, Austin Urlacher. Urlacher into the end zone, and the Riverhawks are on the board. Going to fake the handoff, now go to Ramos. Ramos with a big hole on the outside to stiff arm. Making another move. Devin Ramos making another move now, cutting back, staying on his feet.
Oh,
Devin
my
Ramos
goodness.
is going to go. No flags on the play.
You've
and it will
got
be
to
a
be
touchdown.
kidding me.
First play of the game. First blood, Kennewick Lions.
Oh, man.
Wow.
How many times have we got to see this year?
All right, so when we return, we're going to have basketball. Our first basketball action of the year. The Bombers kicking off at Art DeWald. All that and more coming up on The Zone. Welcome back to The Zone on Fox. I'm your host, Zenon Thornton, for this evening. Hey, we talked to some of the players after that season-opening victory there for Richland. Let's have a look at what they had to say.
All right, I'm here with Mason Hilty after a tough opening season win. Mason, just talk about the game tonight.
Gonzaga Prep's a tough team, and they showed us up in the first half, and we just came out and played with heart and showed what we can do.
Now, you're obviously one of the senior leaders on this team. Certainly showed it, especially in that second half. Just talk about what it means to be one of the leaders of this team.
I just try to keep people up, and if somebody doesn't make a shot, I come up and give them a good job and keep shooting the ball.
And so what are some things this team needs to work on? Obviously, opening games, you got the jitters, got that out of the way. What are some things you guys need to work on as you move forward in this season?
Playing a little better defense and getting better at our set plays.
All right, Mason, great job tonight. Congratulations, and rest up a little bit.
Thank you.
All right. Here with Peyton Ratliff, junior guard, Richland Bombers. Peyton, first game, you guys started off a little slow. Do you feel like you have to spot them a few points? You know, just talk about the flow of the game.
I don't know. We started off real slow, and I guess it was just pregame jitters. We kind of had to get the momentum going in the second quarter, and then second half came. We just came out hot.
Talk about just first game of the season. You know, is it nerves, or you know, does that play into it at all?
Yeah, everyone was nervous. We were all talking about how nervous we were in the locker room, especially Steven, the freshman. I just told him to come out and play his game. You know, he's probably one of the best shooters in the league, probably in the state too. So it was fun.
Yeah. Now you know what it's like to be, you know, an underclassman, a young guy on the squad. You're a junior this year. You got some experience under your belt. Talk about just your approach coming into this season, having that experience.
We'll definitely have some confidence coming in, but still really fun to come out here and play, especially in front of a loud crowd like we have here at Richland. I don't know, that was probably, I think that this game was probably better than last season when we played G-Prep.
What does it say about this team, this Bomber team so far? Obviously game one, but what does it say to be down like that and come back and get the victory?
We have heart, definitely. That's pretty much it, and never give up, actually. So
here with Nathan Stroyford. Talk about the game tonight. Obviously a huge win, but just talk about the flow of the game.
You know, we got off to a really slow start at the beginning, and we just had to get confidence and build momentum to get that win.
What was it like, or what were you feeling going? You got down by a lot to start off, 13 points, I think. Just talk about what's going through your mind at that. Was it just jitters, or?
Yeah, first game jitters for a lot of those guys, but persevered through it, and so we got to the win.
So now, just talk about what was said at halftime. What did your coach say to you?
We just got to be more aggressive on offense. We're kind of passive against Gonzaga Prep's pressure D, and so we just had to be more aggressive, get to the rim, get on the free throw line.
Now you're chipping into that lead. Make the big run. Just talk about that fourth quarter, the pace of the game, the flow of the game.
We knew we had to hurry. Down 10 points to start the fourth quarter, so we knew we had to hurry up and score real quick. So that's what we did.
Here with Coach Stroyford of the victorious Richland Bombers. Coach, I'm sure just like you scripted it, just like you told your boys. Just talk about tonight's game.
Oh, we learned a lot about ourselves tonight for sure. Gonzaga Prep is just typical Gonzaga Prep, real physical and great defensive team, and executed on offense. And every time I looked up, they were scoring and we weren't. And waited on a timeout there for a long time in that first quarter, just because we're pretty green, pretty young, and got a lot of guys that don't have any experience. And the guys that we do have back, there's only a few with experience, and they're still juniors. So they just needed to kind of persevere on their own out there and figure it out, and not wait for me to tell them what to do. They need to kind of struggle there at home with a great crowd and earn their keep a little bit.
Tell me a little bit what you know about the rest of the Mid-Columbia this year, and kind of where you guys think you stack up against just the makeup of your team, the height and the physicality and defense.
Well, I think the league is very similar. I mean, Nathan's one of the bigger kids in the league, but we saw everybody at the Jamboree, and it's going to be a bit of a dogfight, I think. I like Kamiakin's really good. Their guards are really good. They get Javon back, they'll be tough, and their role players are good players too. And in the 4A, it's pretty wide open too. You got to go earn it and get your wins. I don't know that there's a real favorite out there.
All right, there's your inside look into Bomber basketball 2012-13. When we return, our first look at our top 10 basketball players list. Who's in, who's out, we'll find out right after the commercial. Hey, welcome back to The Zone on Fox. Basketball season is in full effect, that's right. And we've got our first look at our top 10 basketball players list. Who's on the list? You'll find out right now.
Here it is, first top 10 basketball players list. Tanner Craner, Walla Walla at number 10. Big post presence inside for the Blue Devils. At number 9, Nikhil Lazat. Coming off an injury, going to see his first action here pretty soon. The now sophomore looks to pace the Davis attack. Another Davis Pirate, Carlos Vajaro. Senior leadership there on the court for Davis. At number 7, Julian Figueroa, Pasco Bulldogs. Deadly shooter with unlimited range. Quick, able to get to the basket and convert. Good defender on the perimeter. Look for Julian Figueroa to be atop the leaderboard in terms of average points per game. At number 6, Nathan Stroyford, 6'6", junior, Richland Bombers. Good post moves. He's got long range, and that big 6'6" frame, he'll do a lot of damage down low as well for Richland. Look for some big upside from Nathan Stroyford. Number 5, Cooper Clyde, Kamiakin Braves, the senior deadly shooter, might be the best shooter in the league. Explosive, able to get off a quick jump shot, excellent guard, and he cannot be rattled. He's tested, he's got playoff experience. Cooper Clyde, one of the top guards, one of the top players in the Big 9 or the Mid-Columbia division. At number 4, also coming off an injury, Javon Williams, number 25, for the Kamiakin Braves, the senior. Excellent perimeter defender. He's got a cool head, just knows the game. Some huge plays last year down the stretch. He can rebound. He does the little things. He'll be looked on to score perhaps more this year for the Braves, but definitely one of the senior leaders on that team, one of the best players by far in the Mid-Columbia or Big 9 divisions. Javon Williams at number 4. At number 3, Papa Joe Douglas, 6'3", 6'4". He's a space eater, excellent rebounder, excellent footwork in the post, soft touch around the glass as well. Look for Joe Douglas to be a major factor in Hanford's attack this year. One of the best defenders in the post, one of the best post players in the league. There at number 3, Joe Douglas. At number 2, Trey Thomas out of Eastmont. Ultra quick, flashy guard, loves to penetrate, nice jumper from the outside. He's one of the quickest defenders, got one of the best set of hands in the league, loves to convert. Also got a little bit of flash to his game. Trey Thomas at number 2. At number 1, Dylan Sugg, the leading scorer in the 4A last year. He's athletic. He can work well around the basket. Soft touch as well around the basket. Dylan Sugg, excellent defender inside. Got a nice mid-range jump shot to go with the rest of his game. Look for Dylan Sugg to be atop the leaderboard again this year in terms of average per game. And as he goes, so go the Wenatchee Panthers. Dylan Sugg, your current number 1 WSN.
Hey, we'll be right back. You're watching The Zone on Fox. Welcome back to The Zone on Fox. Almost done with the show, but hey, there's plenty more sports action. You can always find that at WashingtonSportsNetwork.com. Of course, videos, highlights, more interviews, extended articles, all that. It's all waiting for you at WashingtonSportsNetwork.com. And then every Saturday morning, 8:70 a.m., KFLD, our radio show, The Blitz. Jerry, myself, Manny, in the studio, talking all about high school sports, full recap, full analysis. We bicker a little bit. It's a lot of fun, and we'd love for you to join us every Saturday morning. And then make sure to come back next week for an all-new show of WSN's The Zone. Have a good night.
67, 67.